Hello, I'm Michael Houston, CEO, and I'm here with my lovely wife, Tara Houston, who is the founder of Houston Consulting Group and Associates. And today we welcome you to our Business Empowerment Series. We're so excited. We have a very special guest today. We can't wait to speak with her. But before we get started, we want to first invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can find us at Business Empowerment Series by HCG and Associates on YouTube. And be sure to subscribe to our channel. Click the notification bell so that way for our upcoming editions, you'll be notified right away. And go back and look at our past editions. We've had some wonderful guests on that will surely inspire and empower you with their story. Okay, but we're gonna get right into it because we're excited. This young lady, we've been serving with her in real estate for a number of years right now. She's just a phenomenal professional. Even before real estate, she's had just a phenomenal business career. We'll get into that. But that's none other than Noelia Morris. Realtor with eXp Realty. Yes. She's licensed in Virginia and Maryland, serving the DMV area. That's the DC, Maryland, Virginia. We call it the DMV area. Bilingual agent, and she's just a phenomenal professional in the industry. And so we're gonna get right into it. How you doing today, Noelia?
Hi guys, thank you for inviting me. I'm so honored to be here with you guys today.
Oh, that's awesome. We're honored to have you as our guest today. You have always impressed me. First of all, you have the best birthday in the whole world.
Exactly.
Who don't know? We call each other twins. Noelia and I share the same birthday, not year. I have her by a couple of years, but our birthday twin. Our birthdays are April the 6th, so that's our little joke. But I'm excited, Noelia, to share your story with everyone. I know you came here to the United States from Peru to play professional volleyball. Is that correct?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that transition. I understand you didn't even know the language at that time. And
no. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So when I came here, I got a full scholarship to go to Queens College in New York. I remember I was first studying English as a second language, and they told me that I needed 2 years to get into college level. So when I was 8 months to my education, I got this scholarship, and they say, you need to start now. And I said, but I'm not ready. And they said, well, it's now or never. So I said, I jumped into it, and I said, you know, God help me, and I'm gonna get this done. I remember the first semester, I didn't understand anything, not a word. I was like, what am I doing here? So I called my mom crying. I said, I don't know what I'm doing here. And my mom is like, no, it's okay, you know, it's gonna come. Just be patient and keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna be fine. So the next semester came, and then the rest is history. I got it, and I nailed it, and I did very well in the school, and I did very well with my team. I was named 4 years MVP. I got all 6 records in NCAA, so it was very good.
Awesome, Noelia. And what time period was that? We're in 2020 now. About what time period was that?
That was I finished school in 2004. I graduated from college in 2004.
Okay. So only in 16 years, you've taken on the language, and you've just been able to be successful, and you've only been here 16 years. That's pretty
wow.
Well, I've been here 23 years.
23 years.
23 years, yeah.
Okay.
16 years since I finished school. Don't add up the numbers. Numbers don't mean anything. That's not.
No, but it's still so, to me, it's amazing that you're able to go to a college not knowing the language or anything and still excel and be successful. And that, to me, speaks a lot to the grit that you have in your business practices as a real estate agent. And then I know you also have experience, I guess fast forward, you played volleyball, and then you ended up at Children's Hospital?
Well, I finished my bachelor's degree in New York. I moved to Virginia. I moved to Virginia, and I started working for Innova. I worked for Innova for 10 years, and I was promoted 4 times during that. And I did my master's degree, finished with honors while I was working full time.
Wow.
And then after that, my boss moved on, and he recommended me for a job with children. So I was hired on the spot. I was like, okay, you've been recommended, highly recommended, coming for an interview, and you start on Monday. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
I'm not surprised.
Wow, I tell you, you're just a highly decorated professional and athlete.
Absolutely.
You know, all kind of awards and athletics and promotions and honors in your profession. That's congratulations.
I mean, that is just phenomenal, Noelia. And so, and so, how did you come to start real estate? How did that come to play?
Yeah, when I lived in New York, my best friend worked for a real estate agency. So the only way she could take a vacation is she finds somebody to replace her during her vacation. So of course I'm her best friend, so I had to take over while she was gone. So I covered for her a couple of times, and I just love it. I was just like, oh my God, I really like this. So that was always really in the back of my mind. But it was like a dream that it was sleeping there in the back of my mind until I met Javon, my husband today.
Yeah.
His mom is a realtor. So when I met her, we started talking, and she started telling me about real estate. I said, I love real estate. She said, oh my God, no, you need to get licensed. And so she pushed me to it. So I was like, yes, I'm going to do it. I was working full time when I did it. But then after, when I had my first baby, I said, no more, full-time realtor. So it's been 3 years since I decided to jump and just, become a realtor full-time.
Yes, because your oldest child is 3.
Yeah, she's 3.5.
3.5, and you just recently had a baby boy who is just really, how old? Only 3 or 4 months?
3 months old. He's 3 months old.
Wow.
And I mean, we're fast forwarding a lot, but I mean, it was like 1 week after you'd given birth, you'd be like, I have a new listing.
I know. I need signs from God.
I have closed 6 transactions since I have him. 6.
You have how many?
6.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That is like really phenomenal, Noelia. There's no excuse for anybody.
My friends called me and they said, didn't you just have a baby? How are you already working? I'm like, yeah.
I always say you can't make excuses and make money at the same time. And you have legitimate things you could have made excuses for. I just had a baby. I got to recover. And, another one, another, got a husband, all that. But, you said no. I'm just going to make it happen. Yeah, and that's great.
Noelia, that is awesome.
I told my husband when I went to deliver, bring the laptop. I might need it.
I gotta get ready for something. It's amazing.
But I just love that spirit with you, and of course we met you through your mother-in-law with eXp Realty, because we all work together.
Yes.
And how have you enjoyed the transition to eXp? I know you were with another.
Oh my God, I love it. I remember when she talked to me, she said, oh, you know what? I found this group we're gonna join because she is with Joy. So Joy have talked to you, and so she introduced you to you guys, and she said, oh, I think you're gonna love these people. You're gonna fit right in. I need you to meet them. And that's when I came and I met you guys, and I was like, yeah, I'm in.
Awesome. And how because you had not had that many transactions prior to eXp Realty, correct?
No. I was licensed 3 years prior to joining eXp. I probably had like 4 or 5 transactions during those 3 years.
And then you joined eXp, and what happened? I mean,
oh my God, yeah, it was a huge difference. It's just like you guys have been a blessing to my life because you were the first ones I met, and I always reach out to you for help. And we have every time I have a problem or anything I need, to learn about something, I'll be like, I call Tara. I say, Tara, please answer me. Don't hang up on me. Don't block me.
Never.
Well, it's so amazing to have wonderful people that you can rely on. Like everybody in our group, I have called everybody. Like you can ask them. I call anybody. I'm like, okay, can you help me with this? I need this. Where do I find this?
Right.
How did you do this transaction? I reach out to people to ask. Whenever I have a question, I ask. And the person that probably I reach out the most is my mother-in-law, because she's been in the business for a long, long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And I reach out to her for everything. I remember on my previous brokerage, I used to tell her, I said, this guy probably think I'm amazing because I never talk to him and I close deals. And I always call my mother-in-law. I never call the broker. I always call her. So the broker probably thinking like, okay, she never called me. She's a new agent. How is she closing this business without asking any questions?
Right.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's that's awesome. And so, you know, and it's just been, definitely. And it's been a pleasure working with you. I know from day one we met you and started working with you, I was like, yeah, she's a fireball. She's gonna make it happen. And just we can initially definitely see your competitive spirit come out in terms of, hey, you're gonna win at this. You know, you've been a winner all your life in sports. You know,
I want my MVP award.
Yeah, exactly. After she's gonna be an MVP in real estate, and you have. But talk specifically how your business has transcended since coming over here, as far as, you know, the culture of the group you're working with, and eXp, the tools and resources, and how that specifically has helped you to build a better business, to live a better life.
Yeah, I can't say enough how wonderful it is to have a group that you can rely on for anything. And eXp is one of the best places that I've ever thought I could work, because like I said, I can reach out to anybody and anybody's gonna answer. Everybody is willing to help. Everybody's giving to provide a feedback, to give you, like, when I need recommendations for things that I've never done, I get it from everyone. It's not like, okay, nobody's answering me, what am I gonna do? You never feel lost. You always feel like you all have my back. So it makes you feel confident. I remember the first listing I had, I was referred by you guys. It was my first listing and I was so nervous, and I practiced and I asked 1,000 questions. And then when I got there, I got there, I got a question that I wasn't prepared for. And I was like, oh my God, what do I say now? But I went through because I had that confidence, you know, that knowing that I have a group of people that are backing me up, and that I'm not going to make a mistake because I'm going to ask 1,000 questions before I make a mistake.
And I was going to say, Noelia, you're our go-to person for anyone who's is, you know, Spanish speaking or doesn't understand the language, and they need someone who can break it down for them. We've referred people to you, and they're always pleased. And you are just, you know, you have a way of explaining things to them in a way that, you know, I wouldn't be able to do it. Our go-to person for that, and I think within the group.
Yes, absolutely.
So we appreciate that. So the collaboration is back and forth. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, you rely on us for certain things, but we rely on you for things too. And I've seen your expertise. I remember you did a training on working with the Hispanic population. And just helping us to understand some of the fears that they may have that we may not understand. And so that was a very enlightening training that you provided for us. And we appreciate it. And we can see it in your business because you provide a lot of training, mentoring. And don't you have a community service organization as well? Do you still have that?
Yes, I do have a nonprofit. It's called Casa Latina, that helps the Hispanic community. And we do the transitions for people, and I help them in every single way. Like, that's why I understand a lot, because I'm an immigrant. When I first came here, I didn't know who to go and what resources to look for. So my goal is to make people feel like they have a place where to go. And even if I can't resolve their issues, I will refer them to a place where their issues can be resolved. But it's just like so frightening. It's so frightening when you come to another country, you don't speak their language, and you don't know where to look for help. So it's, I felt that way when I first came in.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's why your business is blessed, because you're coming from a place of service, a place from, you know, wanting to help others and putting others' needs first. And we've seen how your business has grown tremendously. You've helped, you know, many people, many families, you know, start to build their legacy, you know, through homeownership or selling their home here in the DMV area. But and that's phenomenal. So just talk a little bit about, you know, as far as, you know, where you serve or markets,
where
you're licensed, maybe any particular niche or specialties that you have.
Sure. I am licensed in Virginia, so I serve Northern Virginia and Maryland. I'm in all over Maryland.
Right.
And all over Virginia. And then I have, eXp is so powerful. I have close business with people that are out of the state, from other states that I refer to, clients, like
Right.
friends that look at my Facebook page and they want to buy. I refer somebody in New York. I have referred people in New Jersey because I went to school in New York. So I have a lot of friends in New York that are reaching out to me to help them. So I pair them up with somebody from eXp in those areas. And I have been referred to people that don't have a license, a lot of people from Richmond that don't have a license in Maryland. So I had a lot of referrals from them too. And just from being part of this eXp community.
Right. Absolutely. So y'all hear that. So if you know Noelia, friends, family, former teammates, all that, I don't care where they are around the globe, actually, because we're global.
Yes,
They are. Selling, make sure you reach out to Noelia first. She can connect them with a great agent if they're not in her particular market. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I actually have friends that I play volleyball with that are all over the world. So my husband laughs because every time we plan for a vacation, he says, "So who do you have there?" I say, "Oh, my friend so-and-so is living there."
It's so funny. I have people that call about, classes and things that I'm teaching, and they'll say eXp. They'll say, "Oh, Noelia Morris," and I'll say, "I know Noelia Morris. Everyone knows Noelia Morris." But you just have such a positive name and positive reputation. That's what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
So people, you're really making a difference. People just know you, like you, and trust you. And we just appreciate you being a part of our group and just appreciate what you're doing for the industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm so helpful. I'm so happy to be part of this group. I'm enjoy all our meetings or Monday coffee meetings and the Wednesday calls, all the calls. I'm like, I'll try to be there as much as I can because it's just so powerful, and we learn so much and we pass it on to our clients and they see the value on us when we provide all that information that we learn by just communicating with one another. So it's just like so wonderful to have a group of people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is. And I do want to ask this, because I love athletics. So, we got boys that play athletes. I played. And so obviously you being a superstar athlete and done some tremendous things. A lot of our audience are even, people who aren't realtors. They're maybe budding entrepreneurs or they've been entrepreneurs for a long time. Maybe somebody out there is looking to start a business or what have you. But what can you pull or what can you share from your background? Let's say just in athletics or, how you, whether it be your competitive spirit or winning attitude, whatever. Again, you stepped into a country, into an environment where you didn't know the language, didn't know anything about real estate. You came in and made it happen. But what can you share and maybe pull from your experience in athletics, and the lessons you've learned that help you along the way in your business career and even as an agent achieve success?
Yes. Wow. There's so many lessons that I keep on going back to my years of being an athlete. The first one, when I came to this country, stepping out of your comfort zone. I totally stepped out of my comfort zone. I came when I was 21 years old. I didn't know what to expect by myself. My mom was crying. She's like, "No, you're leaving. What are you going to do?" Now that I'm a mom, I say, "Oh my God, how did I do that to my poor mom?" So I decided and I said, I'm going to go there and I know I can get a scholarship because I knew my skills. So I was confident that I was going to be able to do that and I did it. So stepping out of my comfort zone have helped me to get the jobs I had and the promotions that I talked about. They were coming to me to ask me, "Noelia, we have this position. You want to take it?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, okay, I'll take it." So it wasn't even me looking for the promotions. It was the promotions looking for me because they saw how I work. And I think that I got that from the discipline of being an athlete because, you have to wake up early. My life was so different than other people's life. And my mom keep on telling me all the time, like, you do what you got to do because nobody's going to have what you're going to have in the future. Because at 16, when you are a teenager, you don't understand why you can go party like with your friends or why you can go to the movies or why you can do this. Because I had to be practicing all the time, traveling to play. And my life is so different than my other friends. So it paid off, all the sacrifices I did, everything I have done got me to where I am right now. And I've learned to have discipline, to be perseverant, like persevere, because selling a house is not an easy cookie. If you think real estate is easy, then you better think twice.
Right, that's true.
In my professional career, I worked as in finance, so I was handling people who were sick coming to the hospital and talking to them about money, the money they had to pay the hospital.
Right.
So it was like very critical to learn how to speak to people, like have a lot of training on critical conversations and influencing other people, and because I had to influence my team to do their job. So a lot of people are hesitant to call somebody who's sick and tell them, oh, you have a copay and you have a deductible and you have a co-insurance. And my goals were based on collections. So I had to find a way to say it so that everybody understand what is our purpose. So it helped me understand what is my purpose. So my purpose is to help people, because once I was afraid to buy a house, I never knew I could until I had somebody guiding me and holding my hand, who was my mother-in-law. She held my hand and said, no, you can. What are you renting? I said, I don't know. You can buy. I said, really? I was so scared. So I bought my first house with her. She, she held my hand and I liked it. I said, my God, why didn't I have somebody, telling me this before? So that's my purpose. My purpose is to get out there and tell people, you can do this. You can do this. Let me hold your hand and let's do this together. Don't be afraid. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a hassle, but we're gonna make it happen. And at the end, you're gonna be so grateful that you did it.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was powerful. And you do it well.
Nuggets. Yes.
Wow.
Awesome nuggets.
I'm saying, step out of your comfort zone. Critical conversations.
Critical conversation.
Helping others.
And I understand that in your former training, running the finance department there, you had to be firm with what your purpose was, and you had to know your mission, but you still had to care about people. Yes. And that sounds so much like the role of a real estate professional. We're negotiating. We have to, fight for the rights of our clients. We have to we have certain laws and rules that we have to stay within, so we have to be firm. But the heartbeat of it all is to care about the people that we serve. So you already have that, and you're bringing it now to the real estate professional, and that's what's bringing you the success that you're
having.
Yes. And now my background with contracts, and I always like reading because I went to my bachelor degree is in political science. My idea was to go to law school. That was my dream. But I like to read a lot. Like I'm a fast reader, and I like to understand what I'm reading. Yes. So all the contracts, I love doing the contracts and writing this and that and looking for the strategies that are going to make my clients win and all that. But also, like you said, we have to be careful and explain to them why you can do, like I have an FHA loan, a first-time home buyer, and we can waive home inspections, we can waive appraisals, and they're like, why can we do that? Everybody's winning, over us. I remember on our conversation with our lender, he's saying, I think Noelia sent 6 offers. But it's hard to make, it's hard to explain. We can't waive any of these. The offers that are beating us are conventional offers, and they're waiving all these, and we cannot do it because. So you have to understand your client situation, and so what I did after that, because sometimes you have to let them hit the road and then you can explain, okay, this is not working. Can we switch our strategy? I said, okay, we try this, it's not working. How about we try this? So they were willing to try it. And I said, I explained to them what other strategies we can use, and they agree with me. And that's when we got the ratified contract.
Okay,
that's she's having success.
I know that's right, and the best is yet to come for you, Noelia. The best is yet to come. So I tell you, we're so excited, and this conversation. I know we can just talk to you all day, and you really bless us, and I know our audience. There's a lot of nuggets that you share that's going to bless those agents and brokers, and even just other professionals and entrepreneurs out there. And so we appreciate you taking time to share with us in this conversation.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for inviting me. I know we can talk all day, especially about real estate, right?
I know that's right. I know that's right. We'll have many, many
That's
more
what I do with my
conversations.
mother-in-law. That's what I do with my mother-in-law. We talk about real estate all day long.
Right, right. Outstanding, outstanding. Well, thank you very much again, and again to our audience, thank you for joining us today. And again, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Business Empowerment Series by ACG and Associates. If you want to watch this one a couple more times, because she shares some great nuggets, make sure you write them down because note takers are money makers. So take notes when you're listening to these guests. And again, go back to our past editions. We've had some wonderful guests that will definitely bless you. Okay, well, thank you, Noelia, for joining us.
Guys, thank you.
Our pleasure. Have a wonderful day. Okay.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.